everyone, welcome to another Procreate tutorial. This is the drawing that we will be completing in today's video. The quickest tutorial that you will ever do to make a fun iPad or phone background with this simple design and these simple colors. So if you are new here, I mainly post Procreate tutorials, so if that is something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe. I also offer extra tutorials over on Patreon, so I will link that in the description below if you'd like to check that out. Before we get started, you can download the color palette if you would like to. It's just 4 simple colors, white, black, and then 2 colors of your choosing. If you want to use the same greens that I have, go ahead and download the color palette. Otherwise, you can just pick 2 other colors that you would like to use along with the white and the black. The pen that we use is going to be somewhat customized. It's just going to be a different version of the studio pen that is a default brush in Procreate. So I'm going to show you how to kind of create that and just change some settings on it to make some nice smooth lines for us. So you don't need to download anything for that. So download the color palette if you would like to. I have it linked in the description below. It's totally free to download. Just open up the file that downloads on your iPad and it will automatically pop into Procreate so that you can use the same colors as you follow along with the video today. I will also show you how to set up our canvas. It's just going to be the screen size canvas that is available on Procreate. When you go to add a new canvas, there should be an option for screen size there. That is the canvas size that we are going to use. Or you can use a canvas that is the size of your phone screen if you want to make a phone background. So again, I will show you how to do that in the video. So make sure you have your colors ready and then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started, we will just click this plus button at the top and then click screen size for our canvas. So this will be the screen size of your iPad, which might be a little different than mine, so that's why we're doing it this way instead of me giving you the dimensions. This also makes a great phone wallpaper if you want to potentially do that, make a wallpaper for your phone. To get the dimensions for that, you just need to search online for your phone model, and then followed by screen size in pixels, and you should be able to find the pixel dimensions of your phone screen and set your canvas up using those dimensions as well. So here is like what it would look like as a phone background. So that is fun. But we are going to make our iPad background size. So again, if you did download the color palette, great, this is what it should look like. If you didn't, that's totally fine. You just need a white for the background, a black for our lines, and then whatever colors you choose for your blobs of color. I use these 2 different green colors, one lighter, one darker. You can use any other colors, a light and dark version, or you can use 2 different colors like a pink and a blue or a pink and a purple, you know, blue and a green, kind of whatever you would like to do. But we are going to use these ones. So to start, just make sure that your background is set to white. So on your layer menu here, if you need to, you can click on this background color layer and set it to the white color, the first one on our color palette. Next, we're going to set up the brush that we're going to use. So again, there was no brush to download. I'm just going to show you how to make the brush that we're going to use. So under your brush library here, under the inking category, there is the studio pen. We are going to make a duplicate of that and just turn up the streamline and stabilization. So we don't want to mess with our studio pen that comes by default. We'll leave that one alone. So just slide to the left and hit duplicate. Grab the new one that pops up here. So I have Studio Pen 3 because I probably have some other duplicates of it elsewhere. But essentially all we're going to do is click on this to open up the options. Under stabilization, we are going to turn streamline up to 70% and we are going to turn stabilization amount up to 30%. So 70 and 30 there for our different amounts. Everything else stays exactly the same. You can change the name of this brush if you want. Down under about this brush, you can rename it to like Studio Pen Smooth or something like that, just so we know that's the one that we're using. So now that our brush is set up, this is going to be the same brush that we'll use the entire drawing today. Let's go ahead and be on that brush. Let's set the size to maybe 35%. And let's make our blobs in the background first. So on layer 1 again, we're going to start with our light green color, the second one on the top row. and we are going to just kind of create this in the top left corner. So I'm going to start outside my canvas with my smooth brush here, and you'll see it just makes like a very nice smooth line. So I might start a little bit lower to kind of cover more ground, but maybe something like this, and then go ahead and fill that in. On the same layer, we're just going to switch our color to the darker green, the third one on our color palette. Start kind of in a similar spot on the bottom and just kind of do the opposite thing on the other side, and then fill that in as well. Okay, now we're going to add our black lines, so we'll do that on a new layer. So on our layer menu, let's add a new layer. Same brush at 35%, and we are just going to switch to our black color. I am going to just start on the bottom one here, and I'm just going to start kind of outside my canvas a little bit, outside of my shape, and just kind of draw a line like mirroring the shape a little bit, but not completely. So I'm outside here, I'm inside here, so just to kind of, you know, I'm not outlining it like perfectly on the edge, just kind of creating a fun similar shape. It got a little thin at the beginning here because the Studio Pen does have some tapering, so I might do that again and just kind of push pretty hard the entire way to get a smoother line. And then I just make a second one as well. Same concept. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side, but maybe kind of like the opposite. So we'll start inside here and go on the outside at the top, like so. Okay, that's it for our lines. Now we'll go to our layer menu, add a new layer to draw our leaves on. Same brush, same color, same size. And let's see, we're just going to start on this like bottom left corner here where there's this open space and make a stem. So I'm just going to kind of make a nice smooth kind of line like this, slightly curved, nothing too crazy. And then we'll just make some pretty generic leaf shapes on them. Feel free to change your brush size if necessary. I like to always kind of start on the base of the stem so that it kind of tapers at the edge. But then I usually just start at the top for my second line and go back. But just kind of whatever works for you. Nothing too crazy, nothing too perfect. Sometimes they won't even connect all the way. That's okay. And then if you overlap your other black lines, that is totally fine. And then I might even just make the teeniest bit of like the top of a leaf that would be below this. Okay, so there's my first leaf stem. I'm going to flip my canvas a little bit and start in this top left corner now. At a little bit of a different angle, kind of going out maybe like this, out into my white space. We'll start there. Make our top leaf, and then our side ones. Just trying to kind of make them all roughly the same size. And then we have room for probably one more kind of coming off the side in this direction to fill up some space over here. So maybe we'll kind of start like this, maybe a little bit lower. There we go. And then again, like I'll just kind of start one on the outside there and then connect it back. So it kind of goes off the bottom there. Okay, and then lastly, we're just going to add some kind of different sections of these 3 dots. So just kind of wherever there's some good blank space, I'm just going to push hard with my pen, you know, to make some different dots. So I just kind of hold my pen on the screen and just kind of push down. Just kind of wherever and however many. This one I might make a little closer here, so that I can make another one down here just to kind of add some more stuff going on. I might even make one like right here, just so we get a nice kind of variety of these all over. And then that is literally it. So this is just a fun, quick background that you can make. You can do different colors, you can do different objects. Maybe instead of leaves, you want to do like some flowers or something, or you could do like some kind of galaxy colors and add like some stars and planets and stuff. Just kind of mess around with whatever you want to do, but this is a good custom brush to use for lots of different things. So I hope you had fun. I hope you have a nice, fun background now for your iPad or your phone. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more tutorials from me in the future. Again, if you would like to check out my Patreon for extra tutorials, I have that linked in the description below. If you would like to share your drawing on Instagram, I would love to see it, so go ahead and post it and then tag me so that I can check it out. For the iPad screen size, you should be able to fit this on an Instagram post, but if you did a phone background, you might need to add it to like a square canvas. That might work better, or it would make a good story background as well to post on your stories. While you're there, go ahead and give me a follow so that you can see what I'm working on next. Thanks for watching!